In 3 is Yippee, trained and driven by Peter Anderson. And in 4 is Tino Te Maori, trained by Mick McMahon, driven by Jeff Allen. So the mobile's heading off now, and these horses are making their way. Hang on, there's a little bit of a problem with the crack the vault, but I think he's got him settled. Just couldn't get in his position. But he's trying to slide in there now. I have to ask Yippee to move across a bit, let him in. We're nearly at dispatch, and the other horses are racing towards dispatch point, and they are away in the first trial of the morning. And coming out the best of them was Crack the Vault. Second at the moment on the inside there is a Rock and Roll Waltz. Third is Yippee, and just going up on the inside to sit 3 back on the rails is Tino Te Maori. So they're sorting themselves out. Alone on the outside there is Yippee. So he's stuck outside the third horse at the moment, or he's become the third horse now. Looks like he's going to take the horse up a bit further, try and get himself a bit of a posse. But leading them up there is Crack the Vault. From, at the moment, second is Yippee, third is a Rock and Roll Waltz, and bring up the rear is Tino Te Maori. It's a mouthful. I'll get my mouth around it properly soon. I'll have to ask Mick if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Excuse me. So leading them up, as when they come past us the next time, I'll have a lap to go. So came out of the mobile very nicely, did crack the vault, and he's going on very nicely in front for trainer driver Trevor Muir. Sitting behind that horse is the Clement Stanaway, trained and driven, a Rock and Roll Waltz. Sitting in the outside, doing all the bullocking work, he's done most of the work in the race at the moment, is Yippee. And still sitting 3 back on the rails, I think, yes, is the Mick McMahon, trained and driven by Jeff Allen, Tino Te Maori. So Yippee's got he's got right up beside, and just coming from 3 back on the rails there, and actually making a run at them is Tino Te Maori, and he's going to round them all up. Goodness, that was a pretty exciting move, right from the back of the field. So Tino Te Maori, driven by Jeff Allen, he's come out and rounded up all those horses, and has now crossed the early leader, which was Crack the Vault. Still third is a Rock and Roll Waltz, and Yippee is now 4th, but he's done a fair bit of work as well. But Tino Te Maori, he's made that lightning move before the bell even, and he rounded them all up. He was sitting last on the rails behind the other 2 horses, and the other horse was in the death. But I think he's so full of running, I don't see them being able to catch him, quite frankly. But Tino Te Maori is going very well, and got some ability, I would say, this horse, because he rounded those horses up in very quick time, still running on and coming down to the line very nicely there, and by a fair chalk as well. So Tino Te Maori, very nice win there for that horse. Well, second over the line, I have to give to Crack the Vault. Close up third, very much close up third, was a Rock and Roll Waltz, and just coming over the line now is Yippee. But he did some early work, Yippee, and I'm not sure what the times were, but they'll be pretty interesting, I think, after Tino Te Maori made that lightning move down the back before the bell. He did round them up very quickly, and I think it was on pretty much, the time was on pretty much from then on. But anyway, pretty interesting trial, that one, for first up, and we'll have those results, margins and times for you shortly. No